Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Wasteland 2. Why are you swearing at us? What do you want? Can't you see I'm recuperating? Nice sign I've been in a fight. You could call it that. Fucking Glitton. If I say fucking Glitton jumped me out of nowhere, the pussy, he never would have landed the punt if he'd given me a fair warning. Who's Glitton? Jonathan Glitton, panny ass. Mannerite, simp. Him and me are both trying to get into civility enforcers, but he doesn't have the chance now that everyone knows that he's a thief. Ha! That spot's mine. Why did he punch you? I have no idea. All I did was tell everybody that he was a thief who's been stealing everybody's stuff. If he disagreed with me, he should have just said something, not punched me in the nose. I thought Mannerite was supposed to be polite. Are you sure this has nothing to do with you trying to beat up Glitton? Are you sure this has nothing to do with you trying to beat out Glitton for the position of enforcers? What? Of course not. I'm just doing my civic duty, exposing a criminal and punishing the wrongdoers. I would have beaten Glitton fair and square for the spot. Everybody knows I'm a better man. How do you know he's a thief? I saw him. He was snooping around the ladies' room, waiting for an opportunity. And Nurse Flitzman had something stolen from the ladies' room a few days ago. It has to be him. So you didn't actually see him steal anything? I don't have to, I know it was him, and now everyone else does. I take it you're not a Mannerite? No way, I'm a Robinson, born and bred, Capadema, motherfucker, that's my motto. What other stuff has gone missing? All kinds of stuff. Old man Paladino lost a watch, Nurse Fickerman lost some medical supplies, Linda Louise lost her tool bag, that Glitton is a kleptomaniac. What can you tell us about Linda Louie? Can you tell us where Linda Louie is? Last I saw her, she was working in the ventilation fans, out near the farms. Finkerman, where's Nurse Finkerman? She's around here somewhere. This is where she works. Where can I find Mr. Paladino? He's usually hanging out near the commons area.
That other guy sounds like a bully.
Dr. Edmondson. Welcome, gentle wounded, to our hospital. Do you require care? You're looking for a cat litter. Do you have any? We don't need it in this hospital, but if I ever need it for radiation cases, Mr. Manners is always willing to give us some. He has it for his cats. Do you provide medical care? Yes, and you're unlucky. We provide the best quality care now to our patients. They're mostly hurt by mutant plants, giant roaches, farm accidents, indication of gunfire. When someone forgets to be civil, for non-residents, treatment is only 20 scrap. Would you like us to use a service? Yes. Right. What do you know about being civil? Many of my patients are here because they couldn't remain civil. Luckily, civility means blood and bullets. I guess politeness takes a little while to learn. Tell us about the farm. They put a lot of hard work into it and they're really doing well, but somehow those poor people managed to cut themselves or stab themselves. Or see the guy at the end, I had to pull a corn cord. Wait, what? You see that guy at the end? I had to pull a corn cob out of his rear. Yeah, because he just accidentally fell on it. What do you know about the roaches? Misguided soul believed that the breeding roaches would provide us with a steady source of protein. That is one of the reasons we became vegetarians. Sadly, the offspring of those roaches have been growing and changing down into the steam tunnels. It's getting steadily more dangerous down there. So the Mannerites still eat meat? Only on certain special occasions. They call it courtesy meat. It's not to my taste, no matter how chewy, how clever the cook is disguising it. So if I don't eat it, I wish none of them would. Something fishy's going to tell me, or tell me what we do. Sorry. Hard ass, something's going on, tell us, or what do we do to you won't be your taste either. Let's try that. Okay, look, the people here have a tradition, but it's one I don't find medically advisable. If it doesn't stop, there are going to be a lot more cases of madman disease than the angel soon. What is madman disease? It's a brain parasite that transmits by eating infected flesh. It doesn't always take, but when it does, boy, it can only live the human nerve. It can only live in human nervous systems. Does this mean people are eating other humans? Well, you can say you add 2 and 2, I give you that. Why would people eat something that can transmit disease? The problem is people don't listen to the dead doctors, they listen to their leaders, and in this case their leaders made man-eating flesh a sacrament. Until Mr. Manners stops eating it, nobody else will. Of course, if someone were to say to destroy the cooling system for the meat locker in the cafeteria, unless just anything cough. What if we could get Mr. Manners to stop eating courtesy meat? If you could do that, you would be saving the mental health of the whole of Angel. None of them? Listen, speaking as one doctor to another, is there something wrong with it? Yes, on so many levels, but morality aside, if it's killing them, if they don't stop, you're going to see a lot more cases of madman disease. How could you get hit by a plant? You've seen those giant tomatoes. Do you know what happens when something like that falls on your head? She does, but your patients. Oh, we've got some very interesting cases here. Usual gunshot stabbings, accidents, but they also got polydactyl syphilis from warts. Let me tell you, that stuff is a real treat to treat. Do you provide medical care? No, right, okay. Right, so just go down here. The gooch bloke he sent here. Told you not to tell on me. Okay. Sell our junk. Right, okay. Bye. Right, out the door we go. This is going to be another slightly short episode, so they're just getting a bit shorter at the moment due to my having it to get ready for stuff like Christmas and all that kind of stuff. So the closer we get to Christmas, the less long the videos would be, because I have to do stuff like... Oh, sorry, read that before. Yeah, I had to do stuff like no, I'm not going to try and get... If we break in there, it's going to set alarms off and stuff. Shove in. Let's talk to him. Welcome to Angel's cafeteria. Food is served the afternoon and evening. At least it is when the folks on the farm do their job and my equipment works. What's wrong with your equipment? It's fine. The salvage teams always bring back parts they need for the stove or fridge. Well, usually. What kind of parts are you hard to come by? As often as you see broken toasters just lying around the waste, you never find any dang heating elements. Mr. Manners likes his toaster so, and since toaster's heating element is worn, I couldn't get it right. His picture of calm, but I can tell you he's getting riled. Tell us about the farm. It's right down the floor of the Angel. Grew all kinds of stuff: tomatoes, beans, potatoes, lettuce, peas, soybeans for protein. What kind of food do you serve? We generally strict vegetarian here by order of Mr. Manners, but the farm grows a wide variety of vegetables, so we don't get bored. There's also good clean water. Once a month there's courtesy meat for protein. What is courtesy meat? You have to ask Mr. Manners about that. I just cook it. Protein is protein, friend. It winds up in the same place, you know what I mean? Why do I get the feeling you're talking about human meat? Well, if you're telling me you've never tried it before, it's no big deal. It tastes kind of like pig. You got to cook it for a while to get rid of the stringiness, though. It makes me wish we had fatter people. Say, do you want a second? Where do you get your water? We collect our own, and climate's good enough here that we don't have to ration it. Help yourself. Any special rules in the cafeteria? Oven, polite, table manners, well, just the usual seating rules. Over there, where's the muckety muck seat, and over here to everyone else. Just go sit in a good spot. Do you have any cat litter? I don't know why you would want it, but I know Mr. Manners has some. What do you know about the Mr. Manners? Mr. Manners has been a real godsend and set me up in the cafeteria, gave me a run the place. Never felt more useful. Right, so besides that, So they're eating human meat. That sucks. Well, cannibalism is bad, folks. Not just from a you shouldn't eat other human beings, because trust me, in severe situations you do what you need to do to survive. I remember people once eating stuff like hay, grass, bark. Yeah, people used to eat bark. You can like brew bark and make bark tea. Examine. You notice scrapes on the walls around the grate. This has been removed and replaced numerous times. Right, we're not getting that open. Not easily anyway. Nobody dare. Nope, right, blow the doors off. Okay. Ineffective. Can we pick it? No. In addition to the use of mechanical lock, this safe has electronic passcode pad that stands readily. Right. You notice scratches on the wall around the grate numerous times. Right, that's not good. Vendor stall, armory. Right, no, but yeah, I mean, humans will eat. You can because humans are omnivores. We can pretty much eat anything to survive. Within reason. I mean, the reason that it's not advisable to do cannibalism purely from a medical standpoint is that there are diseases and stuff. I mean, people have done cannibalism a number.
Doctors scare me a little bit. Well, mostly needles.
I mean, it used to be done. You see it done for a number of reasons in the past, like culturally. Culturally, it was done. Food was another one. Oh, new faces. Welcome to the Angel. General Stores Traveller. Do you need to buy or sell something? I'm open to trade. What do you know about the Angel Oracle? My family and I came here when I was a little girl. I've been great home all this time. I hope know what one ups its balance, traveller. We have a ration ticket. Let's see. This looks correct. An expiration date looks good, although we only get one pick, so choose wisely. Okay. Arctic sniper rifle. Not as good as the one she's carrying. Not as good as the one she's carrying. Okay, so we've got better stuff. We could grab one of these Kevlar vests. Power armor. I'm not a massive fan of it. Really weighs. Let's grab one of the Kevlar vests. I'll grab the other one as well. Actually, let's just... What do you carry in your store? We've got all sort of stuff. Most of it comes from our scavenger crew, but we can make some of the more technical stuff here ourselves. You want when the supplies head down to the hospital. You tell us about the hospital. We had some problems with our doctors. One of them stole a bunch of our pharmaceuticals. You could probably head down there and talk to the doctor on duty to see if you can help. Tell us about the scavenging teams. We've got teams that go out and scour the waste for anything useful. If you have anything you would like to sell, I'm certain we can make good use of it. Okay, so what do I need? Fine for those. Energy cells. How's she doing on energy cells? She's fine on energy cells. Sell that. Actually, I might have to pick that up for him. For hold up. Same AP. That's a lot. Oh, that's a wrong weapon. My mistake. So that's what? 7784. Right. So. $77.84. Right, now his thing is better. He's got that. So what do we need to sell? Probably that. Okay, on rounds for him. How's she looking? So what I really need to buy more than anything else is I need to buy some more of these. So 20 for her. I wish earlier on in the game I hadn't sold some of these, I should have kept them. But hey ho, there's nothing you can do about it now. Right. Okay, send that back. I don't want to hang around too much, so he's over encumbered. What's he over encumbered by? Probably the magnifying glass, or the extra rounds he's carrying. Anyway, I'm not going to stay too long because I need to press on. What's he complaining about anyway? Never mind. I'll come back and have a look at this place later when they get the magnifying glass, not magnifying glass, microscope back to the doctor. But no, the thing about cannibalism is that people do cannibalism for a whole load of things. Historically, it's been a taboo, a really bad taboo, but that was a mixture of like cultural. I think it's like partly cultural, where like eating each other's flesh wasn't a particularly good idea for health reasons. But people used to do it. I mean, some cultures like to ingest, no, not ingest a soul, but whole kinds of cultural reasons. Some did it out of survival. I mean, if you're stuck in in the Arctic and you're really hungry, you see some Wastelanders having a barbecue, investigate. You're pretty much going to eat anything, including yourself. I mean, yeah, it's not nice when people start eating themselves to survive. Trust me. Right. So, cannibal. So we've got cannibals. Do we have any cover? Not a lot. This is what I dislike about this, is that we have like no cover at all. No. You stay there. You get up there. fence, you can stand in the open. You can stand in the open. You guys get out of the way and get to cover. So, medic, get to cover. My sniper team, out of sight. Go for him. Blew into bits. He's got a pistol. Waste him. Machete guy's coming up. It's in a fight, this is a massacre. Yep, I agree with you there, son. Because we've got to do this. Who's this? This is my scout. Who do we need to shoot in the head? Probably him. Not going to get it. Not easily anyway. -60 chance to hit. They're outside of range, so let's just... my guys are in the ray actually, so let's shoot him. Blow his head clean off. He's got a shotgun, which is worrying. She's pressured. 72% chance. Yep, 55 damage. Killed him outright. Lovely. Give him a good punch. Be so kind. Dropped him. You can drop a sack of potatoes. Rip into him. Blunt weapon user. Move up here. Still can't see anyone. Out of range. Set to ambush. $179, killed him. Ambush. Couple of bits of damage. Melted him to the bone, which is strange. I mean, is it actually is he using a plasma weapon? Gamma ray. Okay, then actually that might. Actually, would it melt them? I never was quite sure on that fact. Fedora. Human hand. Mustache wax. Merkin. Pocket watch. Well. Folks having a barbecue, eh? Science says city of 44 islands. The urge to count them is almost overwhelming. Yeah, so we were going to have to fight through them, weren't we? Ah well. I must admit, the encounters in the second half of the game, a lot of them I've been finding you just don't get any cover, which is not particularly. We have to deal with this idiot. Better buy some cheap bullets or something just to throw at the person on the gate. like a lot of Arctic explorers were basically some expeditions, Arctic expeditions, some of them did end up resorting to cannibalism. I can't remember which ones off the top of my head, but I know that some did. Right, they got sal ammunition, which sucks. So I need to figure out what I can afford to throw at these morons. Could probably give them some of those. I don't really want to. That's all the whole party, is it? Okay. Don't like the fact that it loses armor if we have to use it. Getting sick of paying her bullets.
Welcome back, Rangers. Gonna need
Pay. What do we need to give her?
Sorry, strangers. No bullets, no entry.
42. Pay. Sick of doing this.
Thanks again, citizen. And our boss, Enormous O'Biggin, is... Have a nice day, citizen.
Thinking rip-off merchant. Yeah, he's stuck up there still. Don't know where the former, well, where the farmer's wife has gone. Sorry, he's fallen right off the planet. Or she's fallen right off the planet. Converse. Yes, I'm embarrassed. Fuck off. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Another jerk. So he's... Oh, that's because I didn't open the curtain. That's locked. That's locked. You brought it, never thought you'd actually manage it. Now give me just a second to check the water samples I've collected. Ah damn, I was afraid of that. There are parasites in the water from the well in the crater, but how can that be? The farmers have been drinking the water for generations with no effects. Something must have changed. Listen, while I figure out how to kill these parasites, please go to the well and see what's tainting it. Maybe a diseased animal fell in. If you find something, take this to fish it out. Dumping disinfectant in the well isn't going to do the job if there's still something rotting down there. Chlorhydrate. Also at the bar said you might have some chlorhydrate. He needs help with some household pests. How, by which you mean he needs to take out that leather jerks. I'm out of a plan. Here's the chloral hydrate. Do you have any Zillerite? Oh, I wish I had. I'd love to have some of the medical grade stuff on hand, but Hollywood and those pistol pecking priests up in Griffin Pack snatched up most of it long ago, so I've got to make do with cat litter. Okay. We're going to end it here, folks. We've got the stuff we need.
I wonder if his eye is a mutation, or the result of some illness.
It's going to be interesting. We'll find out later on. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, or leave a comment in the comment section. I'll get back in contact with you, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.